Welcome back to another video. If you guys like the video, don't forget to like and subscribe. I'm aiming for 100 subscribers. I know it's a pretty low number, but I just made the channel, so you guys gotta work with it. So, in today's video, we will be talking about the Warriors and their new future slash is the dynasty over by you see by the title. So the Warriors have been known as one of the best teams in the past few years and definitely one of the best teams in the past decade, if not the best team. And when they won a championship in 2015, they were known to be one of the best future teams who just won a championship. And when they lost in the finals the next season, adding Kevin Durant to that team made that team a lot much better, as we all know. So they went on to win a few more championships, and Kevin Durant has definitely made that team a dynasty. But especially with Klay's injuries recently and KD leaving and the team being noticeably worse, do we still consider this team a dynasty? Because Klay has been injured on two separate times. Last season, it was his Achilles, or it was his ACL, or I might be switching the two. One was the ACL and the other one was Achilles this season. And having two injuries on your leg, especially of that magnitude, is definitely serious. And it has ruined a lot of people's careers. And with Klay's play style, who knows? He may just return like nothing happened, because he's mainly a shooter. He can just sit on the wing and just shoot all day, play defense. He should be fine. But we just don't know, because there is very little people who have came back from those injuries and act like nothing happened. But if you put those two combined, we don't know, because and especially with Curry's injuries and a few other people's on the team injuries, we don't understand what's going to happen with this team, especially when Klay is back from his second injury. Last season, the Warriors went through a bump in the road where Curry was injured, Klay was injured, and their best player was Draymond, and he was noticeably having a worse year. And hopefully this year, with Curry back, he has an improvement. I would definitely say he has played with his best with Curry and Klay on the floor, and especially prime Draymond, which was a few years ago. Hopefully we can see some of that. I'm not expecting to see prime Draymond 2016, where he was amazing in the 2016 NBA Finals, even though they still lost. We don't know with Draymond, because he is a big part of that team. We all know that. But Draymond he had a part in that dynasty, and people don't understand that, because people assume it was the Klay, Steph, and Kevin Durant show. But Draymond, he was there, and he was the leader. He was the leader on offense, where not, I don't mean he was doing all the scoring, but he was playmaking. He was playing defense. He was one of the leaders on that team that people just let slide. But it does look like age is catching up to him. And if this dynasty is going to continue, Draymond is going to have to be a part of that, because they were not successful without Draymond. Draymond had a big part of that success. And even when they lost Kevin Durant, they did get D'Angelo Russell back in a sign-in trade. And that was definitely an amazing pickup, especially if you didn't want to lose Kevin Durant for nothing, because that is one of the worst situations you could possibly be in. If you want to use D'Angelo Russell as a player, if you want to eventually trade him, which they did, but that was definitely the best move for the team. And the Warriors eventually moved D'Angelo Russell to the Minnesota Timberwolves to pair up with one of D'Angelo's best friends, Karl-Anthony Towns, for Andrew Wiggins. And that was definitely a more better fit for the team. But obviously D'Angelo Russell is the better player. But I can see why the Warriors traded for Andrew Wiggins, because hopefully, I'm not saying he will, but hopefully Andrew Wiggins can play that Harrison Barnes type role for when the Warriors won the championship in 2015. That would definitely help this dynasty continue. And they also added some key pieces to this team in the offseason to hopefully help with that. They added Kelly Oubre, who we all know about Kelly Oubre. And they also added James Wiseman and Nico Mannion, who I believe, which Nico won't be a big part of the team. But James Wiseman is a perfect player this team needs. This team has been lacking at the big man position for a while, and I mean for a while. James Wiseman is the perfect player for them. He can block shots, set screens, grab rebounds, the perfect big man for this Warriors team. He doesn't have to spread the floor or anything. He has shooters all around him, and maybe this year this shooting isn't as good as it would be with Klay on the team, but hopefully Klay can come back next season and play up to his best. That is all we want. It doesn't matter what fan of a team you are, you never want to see a player go through what Klay is going through right now, especially how much he loves basketball and he can't even play it for the next how he already missed a year and now he's missing an extra year. And that's just sad. You never want to see that happen to an NBA player, no matter, again, what team or what's your favorite team. The Warriors are known to be the best team in the 2010s decade, and in my opinion, it's not even close. But going into 2020, it's really a question on what their success is going to be. Some people think they're going to miss the playoffs. Some people think they're going to be a fifth seed. Some people think Steph can carry the team, no matter who's on it, to one of the best teams in the West. Who knows? We just have to wait and see how this team around Steph can carry itself. The 2015 Warriors were probably one of my favorite teams to watch, not going to lie to you. They were unique. They were just fun to watch. It's nothing else you can say about it. They inspired other players and other teams to start trying out their style of basketball. Some of them worked, some of it didn't. But they definitely made a new style of basketball to play. So if I have to give you a summary on what I believe what the future is going to be of this team, I don't believe it's going to be how it was past years because there's too many injuries on this team. The age is definitely catching up to them, and that is a big part of a team's success or decline. And the Warriors are having a lot of internal problems with them, and hopefully James Wiseman and other players on the team can help them reach back to that point. But in my opinion, in the West especially, I just don't see it happening. Maybe it can, maybe I'm just proven wrong of how I feel about the situation, but hopefully I am proved wrong because honestly, I just want the best for Steph and his career because even though a lot of people hate on him, there's also a lot of people who love him. And I'm one of the people who loves his style of play, loves how he just carries the game because he is honestly one of the best point guards in the league ever. And that is not even a question. So I just want to see him be successful. I want his team to be great again. And hopefully we can see that again. But right now, I just don't see it happening personally. But if you guys made it to this point in the video, thank you so much for watching the whole video. If you guys like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. I really appreciate you guys. Don't forget that. And I will see you guys on the next video. Peace.